Hi everyone, welcome to the third part of the class. So we're just going to learn a short routine. Now this routine is based on a story, sort of a poem story that was one of my favourites when I was younger. I'll read you the little poem. You need your cat when you slump down, all tired and flat with too much town. With too many lifts, too many floors, too many neon lit corridors. Too many people telling you what you just must do and what you must not. With too much headache, video glow, too many answers you will never know. Then stroke the cat that warms your knee. You'll find her purr is a battery. For into your hands will flow the powers of the beasts who ignore these ways of ours. And you'll be refreshed through the cat on your lap, with the leopard's yawn and a tiger's nap. So that's a poem by Ted Hughes called The Cat. So what I've done from this, and I'd like you to remember that with contemporary dance especially, really we don't have to mimic all of the words, so we don't have to look at all of the words and try and do an action for them. We want to try and get an essence of the story. So what's happening, what words, maybe we pick a few words that really inspire us. Are those words gentle sounding words? Are they harsh sounding words? So how might we use the words and also the theme of the story to inject that into our movement? So I've chosen to focus on the cat for some of my movements. So I've thought about how a cat might move, very elegant, quite graceful, big sort of expansive movements as well. So some of those come up, and also a couple of the words that I've picked. So let's have a look when we go through now. We'll go through it, then we will dance together with the words, and then I've chosen a little bit of music. So when you play around with this, feel free to choose some music as well. Some music that maybe fits with the essence of the poem, the essence of the story that you're telling. If you have a wall in your house that you might want to use, that's great. Otherwise, when we do the slumping back, you can always lie on the floor. That's perfectly fine. So we're going to start just legs apart, shoulder width apart. And first of all, so the first line reads, you need your cat. So we're just going to come and do a nice hug. Remember, like those contractions that we were doing? So we've got a lot of feeling in this. So you need your cat. And we're going to, this is the first time in the poem, we're going to really do our little cat walk. So if you think of how a cat walks, quite slinky, you know, very purposeful. So we need our cat when we slump down. So for me, I'm going to use my wall, but you can use the floor. So really, when you slump down, all tired and flat, so I really want your body to feel nice and heavy here. So you're slumping down, all tired and flat with too much town. So really everything is heavy and you're very tired, and you can show that in your body, yeah? And too much town. The next bit, too many lifts. So I'm just going to come back up to my feet. Too many lifts, too many floors. So imagine that we're looking through a big tall building and you can see all the different levels, all the different floors, and it's quite overwhelming. So we come to our feet and then we're looking too many floors. So in any direction you want, looking at all these floors, yeah? Too many lifts, too many floors, too many neon lit corridors. So we're just going to take one step forward and our both knees are bent. And we're just going to make a corridor shape with our arms. Too many neon lit corridors. The next is too many people telling you what you must do and what you must not. So imagine that someone's grabbed hold of your wrist and you want to shake them off, and someone else has grabbed hold of your wrist and you want to shake them off. So there's people trying to tell you what you must do and what you must not. And then the next part is too much headache. So I really want you, with body again, to feel very tired, very lethargic, your head's very heavy. So too much headache and video glow. Too many answers, you'll never know. So with that bit, it's a little bit more abstract. We're not having to mimic every single word. We just really want to get the sense that this person is very tired and quite overwhelmed. And the last little step, we just fall back. Too many answers, you'll never know. It's impossible to know all those answers, yeah? Let's go back from the start and then we'll finish off the last part. So, you need your cat. When you slump down, all tired and flat, with too much town, with too many lifts, too many floors, too many neon lit corridors, too many people telling you what you must do and what you must not, with too much headache, video glow, answers to questions you'll never know. Good, so we're up to here. We go back to the cat now, so then stroke the cat that warms your knee. So we want to stroke the cat. So we're doing a bit of a stroke back into the cat, yeah? And really using the shoulders to get this kind of slinky walk. So stroke the cat that warms your knee. You'll find her purr is a battery. So really from here we just want to do one, like a purr. To me that word is very long, very expansive. So we've got a purr. You'll find her purr is a battery. Nice open chest, yeah? Now through your fingers will come the power. Or through your hands will come the power. So we've got this nice wide stance, and now like we're gathering up the power, yeah, of beasts who ignore these ways of ours. So we want to gather up our power, and then we want to sort of turn away from that side, turn away from that side. So these beasts who ignore these ways of ours, yeah? Good. The last tiny bit. Now you'll feel refreshed. So nice open stance, one hand up in the air, the other hand up to the side. You'll feel refreshed with the cat on your lap, yeah? So this is sort of this hand gesture, like a lap, yeah? You'll feel refreshed with the cat on your lap, with a leopard's yawn. So now from here we really want to, nice big yawn, we're bending our knees and we're opening up like we've got a huge mouth, with a leopard's yawn, and the last bit, a tiger's nap. And all we're doing from here is just taking the top hand onto the side of our head, as if we're having a nice little sleep. The other leg is outstretched, this leg is bent. Very good. Let's do that with the poem. Follow me if you get a bit stuck, but also remember it's really the essence of the poem. So we're thinking about the cat, yeah, how the cat moves, these expansive movements, purposeful, graceful, elegant movements. But we've also got the human in the story who's feeling very overwhelmed, very flustered, very tired. So we've got these two different ways of moving. So let's move together with the poem.
You need your cat when you slump down, all tired and flat, with too much town, with too many lifts, too many floors, too many neon lit corridors, too many people telling you what you just must do and what you must not, with too much headache, video glow, too many answers you never will know. Then stroke the cat that warms your knee. You will find her purr is a battery, for into your hands will flow the powers of the beasts who ignore these ways of ours. And you'll be refreshed through the cat on your lap, with a leopard's yawn and a tiger's nap.
Very good. Well done, everyone. What we're going to do is we're just going to do a little experiment, and we're going to try those movements to a piece of music that I've chosen, which kind of remind me of the cat It's a tinkly kind of piano music, it's quite high. And let's see how we can fit what we've done with these words and do that along to a song, but we're still keeping the essence and the story in our minds, yeah? Ready with the hug. So I'll talk through it in case we forget the words. And we need our cat. When we slump down, all tired and flat, with too much town, too many lifts, too many floors, too many neon lit corridors, too many people telling you what you must do and what you must not. Too much headache, video glow, answers to things you will never know. So stroke the cat that warms your knee. You'll feel her purr is a battery, and into your hands will come the powers of the beasts who ignore these ways of ours. And you'll be refreshed through the cat on your lap, with the leopard's yawn and the tiger's nap. Well done, everyone. So we've just given an example, and we've just done a dance together of how we might tell a story through movement, but in a slightly more maybe abstract way, not copying every single word. So please feel free to do the same for any of your favourite stories or poems that you would enjoy. I was going to give you one more that you might want to do after class with your family. So this is by the same author, but it's about a dog. Now, I really miss my dog. Some of you might have a dog, so you might like to do this one. This is also Ted Hughes. Asleep he wheezes at his ease. He only wakes to scratch his fleas. He hugs the fire, he bakes his head, as if he were a loaf of bread. He's just a sack of snoring dog. You can hug him like a log. You can roll him with your foot. He'll stay snoring where he's put. Take him out for exercise. He'll roll in cow clap up to his eyes. He will not race, he will not romp. He saves his strength for gobble and chomp. He'll work as hard as you could wish, emptying his dinner dish. Then flops flat and digs down deep, like a miner into sleep. So if you like the dog poem, perhaps you can experiment with your family and try out how you might reenact that poem, that story about the dog, through your body. So storytelling is very important in lots of cultures for keeping beliefs and systems alive, and it really shows that stories can be passed through generations, not just through books, but also from physical expression as well. Right, well done. Let's end with just a nice cool down, a gentle warm down, just to get us nice and relaxed for the end of the class. Just finding a space where you are. Good, and we're going to roll down, chin on the chest. Let the head be really heavy. Bending the knees slightly. Hands to the floor. And we straighten the knees. And bend. Good. And we straighten. And bend. Now this time we're just going to straighten one knee. And we're going to straighten the same arm and lifting all the way up to the sky, reaching up with those fingertips and coming down. Now straightening the other knee and the other arm up to the sky. Really reaching up and coming down. Very good. Bending both knees and really uncurling, keeping everything tucked in into the last moment. Good. Now we're going to take our legs apart And we're just going to come down onto one side. You can take your foot off the floor. Try and make sure that this knee is over the foot. So really stretching that inner thigh. And back through the centre to the other side. Good. Into the centre, feet facing forward, and really hands onto the elbows, really letting the head go. Feeling the weight of your body, the weight of your head. And breathing here. Very good. Hands to the floor, heels in, and bending, nice deep plie, and pushing on one knee, one thigh, and the other side. Good. And slowly coming up, bringing the hands up. Good. And down into plie. And one more time, hands up. Big breath in, down into plie. Good. Well done, everybody. Shaking out the legs, shaking out the body, shaking out the shoulders, arms, the head. Well done. Thanks for joining the class. I hope you had fun. Remember, please feel free to choose your own story or even make up a short story like I did in the second video about the tree, and share with your family and try and express that storytelling through your movement. Next week we're going to be looking at musical theatre, so it's even more about storytelling through not just gesture and movement, but also through words, through song, through costume. So we'll have a look at some musical theatre next week, and I will see you on Thursday.